Hello everyone, I am M. Madhulata, working as an assistant professor in MBA department, DNR College of PG courses, Bhimavaram. So in this video, I want to discuss about the concept services positioning in the services marketing paper. So already in previous videos, I already discussed about the services segmentation. In this video, I want to discuss about the services positioning. After segmenting the market, we get the idea who are the target market for our product or service. After that, we utilize the market positioning concept to attract the customers to our service. So first we discuss about the meaning of positioning. Positioning refers to the place that a brand occupies in the minds of the customers and how it is distinguished from the products of the competitors. So simply positioning means occupying a unique place in the minds of the customer. So there are so many uh, brands or competitors in the market. So everyone works to attract the customers. So it is our responsibility to show the unique features or characteristics in our services and occupy a unique place in the minds of the customer. It is nothing but the positioning. So positioning refers to the place that a brand occupies in the minds of the customers and how it is distinguished from the products of the competitors. So we are trying to distinguish it from competitors products or services. So in which way our product is better than competitors products, and in which way our services are going to satisfying the customers in a better manner. All these will be explained in this particular positioning concept. Next we discuss about the definition of positioning. Positioning defines where your product stands in relation to others offering similar products and services in the marketplace as well as the mind of the consumer. So whatever may be the service we are providing, so how it is differentiating the when we compare with the other services in the market. So we are trying to explain our benefits and what are the advantages with our services and how much extent we are giving the best services to the customers. All we are explained to them by comparing with similar products or services in the marketplace, and through that we try to occupy a separate place in the minds of the consumer. So when we observe the advertisements or any hoardings or boardings, they try to implement some new concept to attract the customers or to gain the attention of the customers. So first we have to be gain the attention of the customer, then it is possible to provide the awareness about our service to the customer. So it is our first responsibility. So it is the definition of positioning. Next, importance of positioning. So by utilizing this concept, how extent we utilize this concept and how much extent we satisfy the customer, all these will be explained in this importance of positioning. So first one, to make entire organization market oriented. So product positioning is a part of the broader marketing philosophy. It concerns with identifying superior aspects of product and matching them with consumers more effectively than competitions. This philosophy makes the entire organization market oriented. So in this we are trying to explaining about our services to the consumers and how extent they are superior than compared with the competitor services and how they will be matched with the requirements or needs of the consumers. All this will be explained through this positioning. So it will be making entire organization as a market oriented. Next, to cope with market changes. Once the product is positioned successfully does not mean the task of manager is over. He has to constantly watch the market. As per new developments in the marketplace, new competitive advantages should be identified, discovered or developed to suit the changing expectations of the market. It makes the manager active, alert and dynamic. So always we have tried to find out the what are the changes existing in the market. So according to the changes, the requirements and needs of the customers also changes. So according to the new requirements and new needs of the customer, we develop new things in our services. It is also one of the important thing in the positioning. Next one, to meet expectation of buyers. Generally, the advantages to be communicated or decided on the basis of expectations of the target buyers. So product positioning can help realize consumers' expectations. So when we first, our duty is we try to provide a awareness about the customers, about our services and how much extent they will satisfy the requirements of the consumers and what are the expectations of the consumer and how these services are reaching those expectations. All these will be explained to them. So positioning helps us to meet expectations of buyers. When the expectations will be fulfilled to the buyers, ultimately firm get the success and also profits. Next one, to promote good consumer goodwill and loyalty. Systematic product positioning reinforces the company's name, its product and brand. It popularizes the brand. The company can create goodwill and can win customer loyalty. So when we can position the good name, company's name and also about our services in the minds of the customer, ultimately it gets the popularity in the market. So then the customer get the goodwill and loyalty about our services, because every time consumer expects the popularized brands from the market. So how much extent we popular our brand name or goodwill of our company, then ultimately the consumer goodwill and loyalty will be increases. It is also another important aspect for positioning. Next one, to design promotional strategy. More meaningful promotional program can be designed based on what advantages are to be communicated. Appropriate means are selected to promote the product. Product positioning signifies those advantages that are significant to consumers. When such benefits are promoted through suitable means of advertising, it definitely catches the interest and attention of consumers. So we have to be promote the product or service in a best way. So according to our promotional activities only, the awareness about our service will be completed. So first we have to be create the awareness about our services and then we can get the attention of the consumer. Then they show the willingness to purchase our product or service. So if we are succeed in the promotional strategy, then ultimately there are so many chances to get the attention of the customers to buy our services. It is also another element. Next one, to attract different types of consumers. Consumers differ in terms of their expectations from the product. Some want durability, some want unique features, some want novelty, some want safety, some want low price and so on. A company, by promoting different types of competitive advantages, can attract different types of buyers. So there are so many consumers in the market, but all their thinking way or the behavior not in the same manner. So the consumer behavior will be changes from one person to the another person according to their lifestyle or attitudes or through perception or by their income levels or expenditure capability. Because of all these reasons, the expectations of the consumer or the purchasing behavior of the consumer are different from one to another person. But we try to satisfy all those types of customers in the market. So some people want low prices, some people want high quality, some people want unique features. So we try to include all these aspects in our services. Then it is possible to attract all types of consumers in the market. So when we have a more number of consumers, there is a chance to do huge business, and through that there is a chance to increase the profit margin for our firm. Next one, to face competition. This is the fundamental use of product positioning. Company can respond strongly to the competitors. It can improve its competitive strength. So always we are in the position to face the competition in the market, because either it is the small business or medium level business or high level business, there are competitors in the market. So always we think about that, and always we try to present our services in a different manner when we compare with our competitors. Then we can easily beat out the competition in the market. Next, to introduce new products successfully. Product positioning can assist a company in introducing a new product in the market. It can position new and superior advantages of the product and can penetrate the market easily. So in most cases, when the firm want to introduce a new product, then they can compulsory utilize the concept of product positioning. So through this product positioning, they introduce the new products and they try to place that product in the minds of the customer by explaining the superior advantages of that particular product. Then the people are attracted and they try to buy that particular service. It is also one of the importance of positioning. And the last one is to communicate new and varied feature added later on. When a company changes qualities or features of the existing products, such improvements can be positioned against products offered by the competitors. So always the needs and requirements or expectations of the consumers will be changes because of the changes in the market. So for that reason, the marketers also always they try to include some new features or new services into their products. So whatever may be the features or services they are including, first they have to be explained that to the customer. So what are the extra services they are providing, so they have to be positioned those extra services in the minds of the customer. Then they find out the more benefits from the service, so they will attracted for our firm. So these are the important points for the positioning. So this is the importance of positioning. Next we discuss about the positioning process. In this positioning process, we find out the how can the positioning will be planned in the organization. So what are the steps they followed? All these will be covered in this particular concept. Positioning process is the continuous and reiterative process which companies do to ensure strong, positive and stable positioning in a consumer's mind. Positioning process enables companies to define the positioning of a brand, product or service. So positioning process is a continuous one, because of all the time they do some new work and they try to attract the customers in a new way. So they add new features or add new products or they provide the new services. Always they have to be use this particular concept. For that reason, we utilize it as a positioning process is the continuous and reiterative process which companies do to ensure strong, positive and stable positioning in a consumer's mind. So attracting the customers for one time is easy, but we have to be turn that customers into a retained customers. Again and again, those customers has to be use our services. When they can use again and again means when they satisfied at first time, then they are willing to purchase our services repeatedly. So we occupy a stable position in the minds of the consumer. So for that reason, whatever may be the work we are doing or whatever may be the services we are giving, it will be in a qualitative way, and in which way we are promoting, we have to be stand on those promises. Then only it is possible to turn the customers into a retained customers. So for that particular advantage, they have to be follow this process. When they follow this process and use these steps, it is possible to gain the strong positive and stable positioning in a consumer's mind. Now we discuss the steps in the positioning process. First one, competition identification. The first step in the positioning process is understanding the competition and its products. First we have to be identify the how many number of competitors in the market and what are their strengths and weaknesses, and which type of services they are providing to the customers, and what type of services are expecting by the customers. Either those services providing by competitors are satisfying the customers or not. So in which areas the customers are not satisfying. All these aspects we have to be know before we are entering into the market. So it is the first one, competition identification. Next one, product characteristics identification. The second step in the positioning process is to evaluate all the qualitative characteristics, traits and uses of a product or service. So in the first step we identified the complete information relating to the competitors and customers. Then it is possible to identify the which characteristics through which characteristics we have to be develop a services, and in which way we try to satisfy the customers in the market. So when we can identify those characteristics, by including all those features and characteristics, we develop a services, and with that services it is possible to satisfy the customers. Next one, analyzing customers. The third step in the positioning process is to understand the needs, psychology, personality, etc. of the customer. So we compulsorily identify the customers. So how many number of customers are existed in the market? So who are our target market? How many number of customers are there in the target market? What are their expectations? So what are their purchasing power? What are their lifestyles? All this we have to be find out all this type of information. So then we can easily develop a suitable services according to their needs, psychology, personality, etc. Next one, comparative qualitative analysis. The fourth step in the positioning process is to compare and analysis the data of competitors, qualitative customer inputs, external factors, etc. So now we have a information about the competitors, about the customers. So then we can make some comparison and analyzing the data. So then we can easily find out the what are the expectations of the customers, how much extent the competitors are satisfying, so in which areas the customers are not satisfying, what are the external factors continuously influencing this particular industry. All these we have to be find out. So according to that we plan about the future. Next one, identify unique positioning. The fifth step in the positioning process is to identify a unique problem area or a gap which the product or service is fulfilling. So with this data analysis, it is possible to find out the in which area there is a problem or gap in between the competitor companies and the customers in the market. So when we find out that gap, we try to fulfill that gap with our services. It is the one of the best way how can we position our product in the minds of the customer in a unique manner. And the next one is execute marketing plan. The sixth step in the positioning process is to create a strong marketing plan which would help in communicating the value proposition offered by the brand. So after developing a best service, it must to market our service into the market. So we try to provide awareness about our services, and we try to get the attention of the customers relating to our services, and then we attract the customers to buy that particular services. All this work we have to be do in a proper way. So all this will be happen in a marketing plan. When we can plan properly, then it is possible to communicate our brand and inject that brand into the market. Next one, measure and evaluate. The last step in the positioning process is to measure, evaluate, and constantly monitor the performance of the positioning of the brand in the mind of the customer. Sometimes to rebrand or innovate or improve, companies do a repositioning of its products and services. So always we try to measure, evaluate, and constantly monitor the performance of the positioning. So, what are our expectations and how the practical result, how much extent the practical result we acquired? So, what is the gap in between them? So, what are the reasons for that particular gap? So why our work is not reaching our expectations, and also we try to monitor constantly what are the changes are existing, so how can we rectify those things. All these will be we continuously monitor. And sometimes when we want to rebrand or innovate or improve, so there is a repositioning concept will be applied. Through this reposition we are going to placing a unique place in the minds of the customer about our new brand or new improvements or new features or characteristics what we are implementing in our services. So these are the steps we generally followed in the positioning process: competition identification, product characteristics identification, analyzing customers, comparative qualitative analysis, identify unique positioning, execute marketing plan, measure and evaluate. Next we discuss about the types of positioning. There are a variety of ways in which positioning can be arrived at. Some major ways of doing this are discussed below. In these types of positioning, so we are going to find out how the companies position their services in the minds of the customer. So it is not possible by providing a high quality product with low price with unique characteristics. All these will happen in a one product is impossible. So either we are gain the advantage in low price or in unique characteristics or in different features like that, but all the things will be happen for same product or service means it is some tough job. So for that reason they concentrate on any one of them or any few of them. So in which area we are best, we have to be highlight that, and we position our product or service in the minds of the customer by utilizing that particular advantage only. So by this concept, these types of positioning concept will be arises. So first one, positioning by features. It is based on a single feature or attribute of a service. If your product or service has some unique feature that have obvious value, this may be the way to go. For example, the largest roller coaster in town, an amusement park, one new ride added every month for a similar theme park, live music along with a dinner for the restaurant. So in this positioning by features means they are very good at features, so they position their service by their features only. So when they are highlighting their service through features, we can call it is the positioning by features. Next one, positioning by comparison. In this, service is positioned against a particular competitor. For example, the highest occupancy rates in town for a hotel, the highest percentage of satisfied customers for an airline, or the highest percentage of successful candidates for a coaching class or educational institution. So we always find out the advertisements in the newspapers or the televisions. So they are try to highlight their services by comparing with the competitor services. Our college is providing so many facilities, and we are giving good education to the students, and this is the number of students, how many number of students are admitting in our college, and how many number of students acquiring the college campus jobs. They are highlighting like that, so they comparing with the other colleges, and we are good at in these aspects, so they are highlighting them by comparing with the competitors. Like that, when positioning will be happens by comparison through competitors, it is called as the positioning by comparison. Next one, positioning by benefit to consumer. It is based on some benefit the customer derives using a particular service. So when you use this service, you acquire this type of benefit, so they highlight that benefit. So through that, they are going to position their services in the minds of the customer. So through the benefit, when they are positioning the product, it is called as the positioning by benefit to consumer. Airlines such as Indian Airlines offer the largest connections to most Indian towns and cities, and try to use it to position themselves. So Indian Airlines highlighting, we are connecting so many Indian towns and cities. When you can approach us, it is easy to travel in any area in our country. So like that, they are positioning their product. Next one, positioning as an expert. For example, we understand air travel for an airline, or the expert on budget tours for a tour operator. So I am expert in this particular area. We are very good in this. So they are highlighting in that way, and they try to position in the minds of the customer. Next, positioning through guarantees. So by providing some guarantees, they are positioning their service in the minds of the customer. Full satisfaction, or your money back, or returns with no questions asked in case of retail stores. So all these offers we enjoying in these particular days. So you buy this product. If you are not satisfied, we return our money, or we are giving guarantee for this particular product for in this years. Like that, they give some guarantees for us. Through that guarantees, they are occupy the separate position in the minds of the customer. Next one, positioning as a leader. Number one, in the furniture retailing business, or leadership with responsiveness in the banking industry. Like that, they are placed as a leader in that particular industry. We are the leaders. We have a more number of customers. We have a more number of services. We have a number of years experience. Like that, they promote them as like a leader, and through that, they are attracting the customers. Next, positioning through smart taglines, which may implicitly convey some benefit, like the famous line used by MetLife Insurance USA, which says, "Get me, get met, it pays." In India, they are currently using the tagline, "Have you met life today?" So through these taglines, we try to get the attention of the customers through that tagline. So they are giving the complete knowledge about their services. So you feel very convenient, you are very happy with our service. Like that, they are explaining through their taglines. So some of the competitors position like this. And the next one, positioning through emotions such as fear, love, kinship, concern for the environment, etc. A hotel chain in India calls its properties ecotels to indicate the environmental consciousness at various levels. Like that, they position in the minds of the customer in a unique way through utilizing the emotions. So we are giving some services to the people in the society, or we are very eco-friendly. Like that, they are highlighting something, so which are very very sensitive things, or the people feel I am happy when I get the services with them, because some of the money, some of the part of the money will goes to the social services, like that they feel happy and they want to get the services from that particular organizations. So few of the people utilize these emotions to position their brand in the minds of the customer. Like that they positioning their services in the minds of the customer. Someone uses features, some organizations uses comparison, and some organizations depends upon the benefit to consumer, and some firms highlighting them as the experts, and some organizations provided the guarantees, and some of the firms highlighting them as a leaders, and some organization uses smart taglines, and few of the people or firms utilize the emotions of the people. So in this way, according to their convenience or according to their advantage, they try to position themselves in the minds of the customer. So this is about the positioning. So first segmentation, and then targeting, and finally positioning the product in the minds of the consumer. So this is about the uh, services positioning. Thank you for watching this video.